Guys, Justin here, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at my favorite hand cannon, the Solemn Remembrance. This can drop at 450 in comp. Why only 450? I really don't know why. When I got to level 400, I still couldn't get this thing to drop. I got every other tier besides this one. So, once I got 450, which was like the last thing I wanted to do, was to get Solemn Remembrance. Now, this is my role, but here are the things I could drop with. In the third column, you got Impromptu Ammunition, Built to Blast, Lone Wolf, Headstone, Slide Shot, Zen Moment, and Moving Target. The second column, the fourth column, you can get Firefly, Keep Away, Rhyme Stealer, Magnificent Towel, Opening Shot, Precision Ornament, and Eye of the Storm. Now, in my opinion, a tier 4 is equivalent to a tier 5. So if you do get a tier 5 Godro, that's equivalent to a tier 5. Only thing you think about a tier 5 is, I guess, the more stats. Sorry for the drift. The more stats. As you can see, all the stats are boosted by either 5% or something of that. But at the end of the day, a tier 4 is what we want to aim for every weapon. But if you're a hardcore grinder like me, then you'd want to get it to a tier 5, get 450, and continue grinding. This has a PvP and a PvE god roll, depending on what you want. We'll try to get some gameplay here. We are currently on Javelin Dash 4, and thought I'd show you some gameplay with it. This is my favorite hand cannon. I did make a video on this last time around. Let me see when I made a video on this, actually. I remember making a video on this, but I forgot how long. But when I made a video on that, this hand cannon was amazing to me. In fact, it was the only hand cannon that I really wanted next to a Time Lost Fatebringer, and after that, nothing else. There are way better hand cannons, Rose, Hawkmoon, Ostringer, etc. They're good. But this one right here is an exception. This is the one thing I wanted because it's basically a primary stasis not forgot. We all know not forgot before the nerf was a 180 and it was spectacular, it was broken, which upon receiving a nerf. Which usually happens in Destiny, we really can't have anything without somebody complaining about it. So, I wanted to get one. Obviously, I know this 450 light grind is no joke. It's very time consuming. As the joke goes, you have to be unemployed, which unfortunately I am, but I am looking for a job. But at the meantime, I just wanted to get this so I can just not go for the other seasons of getting tier 5s. Why is that? I think next season might not have that much, but if it does, I'm not going for it. This is the one thing I wanted out of the 450 area. So now that I have it, I'm done. I am playing other games like Expedition, Minecraft, Phasmophobia, etc. Once you get 450 for one character, everything that you get in another character will be also 450, which is good in my opinion. So you get one character done, then you can do the next character. So, yeah. But off the gameplay, it's really satisfying, but as I do say, it does get beaten by other hand cannons, sidearms, etc. So, when you use this hand cannon, you have to be very precise with it. I'm talking 3 taps, continue, but if you have Magnificent Towel, it's a 2 tap when the perk is proc. Now, to me, mentality is a good perk, but also I think Opening Shot's better. So if you get Rifle Barrel, Accurized, Slide Shot, Opening Shot, that is a max range. I remember the last time I got one, I got it to a 94 range at tier 4, and it was disgusting. I didn't love it, and it was the thing was best I've ever seen in my entire life. It was a very satisfying hand cannon. And the main question is it worth it? For me, yes, but if anything, no. You're better off getting to level 400 light level and just grinding out the other ones. This is the only thing that you can get at 450. Everything else, as soon as you get 400, you can start getting tier 5s to drop. Ice's Embrace, Actress Neutralizer, whatever you want. But for me personally, this was worth it. And honestly, this grind is a one-time grind. When next season does drop, I'm not going that hard. I'm just going to play the game, enjoy what I have, and that's it. This season, in my opinion, is pretty good. I do like it. The grinding was... It wasn't or just more miserable, in my opinion. Really difficult. The last 450 I needed would not drop for me. It almost took me about a week to get one pair of 450s. Yes, it was pretty stupid. So I'm not. So to me, it was worth it, but to you, don't do it. Just get 400 light level, grind out the tier 5s that you want, call it a day. That's the most I can say, really. The grind is not easy. It is easy, but it's just RNG. You can play 10 games of Crucible, grind out everything in one day, and you still won't get a tier 5. Why is that? It's all RNG. It's a 5% chance of a drop rate if you're at 400, but once you get to 450, it is guaranteed to drop all 450s depending on how you do. So for example, let's see, at the end of the game, you know what I mean. That's if I'm doing positive. So if you're playing Crucible and you're on the bottom of the leaderboard, you're going to have to fix that. If you do not place at least first, second, third in the Crucible, then that means you're not going to get a 4. You're not going to get a guaranteed tier 5. You will get a tier 4 and below. So really at the end of the day, you have to try these activities. And honestly, we know trying is not fun in this game. So what do you describe? Recommend if you don't want to grind, I understand. You got better shit to do. Get to 400 and just grind out those hand cannons. Or my bad, just play the game. That's it. Play the game, get to 400, grind out what you want to get tier 5, and that's it. But if you're like me, a hardcore one, go ahead, knock yourself out. Just warning, it is a very boring, tiring grind. If you do enjoy playing the game a lot, then go ahead. Most I can say is this is pretty bad gameplay. I'm not getting that many kills because honestly, I'm just tired. D2 is kind of stale once you do get 450. So just remember that once you get 450, at that point you beat the game. That's it. 450 is basically the end of the season. The next season comes out, it's 550, and then I don't know if there's any more. They are adding more weapons that can drop at tier 5, but I'm kind of thinking, is a weapon like this going to be next season? Probably not. I am hoping not really. That would suck. That would make me not want to play next season. So, yeah, try to get to level 400 and just grind out all the tier 5s you want. Sorry for the gameplay, it is pretty bad. This is more of a informational video. As you can see here, as you just saw, I got tier 4s. Because first of all, if you're not going to win, you have to be at least top 3 to get something. But if you do win, your chances will be higher at a lower level. So, at the end of the day, just get to 400 and grind out the weapons you want that are tier 5s. Have a good day and stay safe.